Hello everybody, it's me Darcy. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Unnamed Podcast, the podcast where I sit here for about a time with this guy talking rubbish or whatever else comes to my mind. Yes. This is actually the last podcast for the year.
Indeed it is.
We will be taking a break over the Christmas period, so there won't be any filming done that week, mainly because it's Christmas and birthdays and other public holidays just make it very hard for us to get together, do the work. Plus, I don't really want to be working Christmas Day.
Yeah, no, neither do I. I will be drinking.
So, again, the final podcast for the year. We will be back in the new year with the first podcast of the new year. And, of course, next week, during Christmas, I'll give a quick channel update based on what's been happening. But, I digress. Let us carry on as we always do and get some channel news out of the way.
See, now that I've finally done my one job for the week. Look at what happened.
This guy he's such a disappointment. Like, you guys don't even know.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious because like I did my one job for the week. Yeah. That's what I've given him so far.
Yeah.
And he can barely do it.
Oh, look, that's it. What happens next is later. But for now, Monday, what happened on Monday is Helldivers.
What's Helldivers?
It was indeed. That was a fun session.
So basically, this is part 2 that we filmed a couple weeks back now. I say a couple weeks, almost a month ago now.
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
We're back fighting the robots.
Yep.
Basically, Kris is useless as always.
It's because I take the wrong weapon, and it's a thing.
So when you take the wrong weapon, it's like quite literally, you throw grenades at places where I'm standing. I set up a trap, and then you just like kind of destroy the trap, and then bring all the guys I'm trying to kill through my trap. After
Okay,
no
some of that's an accident, some of it's fun. Can you guess which one's the fun one?
is very bad.
It's the grenade.
No, that's how you ruin my thing, especially in this episode. In this episode, I pretty much do most of the work by myself. Like, all of the objectives is done by me. Kris really spends most of the time dead or just doing nothing.
I don't remember this one. It was, again, this one was over a month ago. I remember what we did the other day.
When that comes up, again, that'll probably be after Christmas.
Yeah.
When that comes up, you'll actually fully understand what I'm dealing with.
Well, again, I took the wrong weapon in. I got better when I took the correct weapon in.
Again, though, you'll understand what I'm dealing with. But no, in this one, I'm hard at work trying to achieve our mission, and Kris is, I don't know, doing things.
Hordes of enemies?
Wouldn't even say that.
We don't have my point of view yet.
We don't have your point of view at all.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and say, because we don't have your point of view, you can say that you're doing useful stuff.
It's
and we
pretty much just being swarmed.
We can't take it away. However, we do have your audio.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And so when you see me doing stuff and hear that you're like going like, oh, I don't even know what's happening over here. Oh, I don't even know where I'm going. Oh. It doesn't look good for you.
No, I'm aware it doesn't look good.
But yeah, no. So
in a lot of cases, it's like I get swarmed by a shit ton of enemies, and it's like, oh fuck, I gotta deal with this. Again, I really need to change my loadouts more often.
So basically, yeah. I know. I always love Helldivers because Helldivers is kind of like this dichotomy between us, where it's like I am someone who prepares differently for different things, and Kris is one thing solves all problems, which it never does.
Oh look, I'm changing that now.
But yeah, so that was filmed a couple months, like I said, about a month ago. It
actually it'd be over a month ago now.
Yeah. It was against the automatons. It was about 3 weeks before the latest update where they added the Illuminati. We have played with the Illuminati since then, and that
video will be coming out later.
But yeah, pretty much this is a good opportunity. Watch this one when the Illuminati one comes out, watch that and everything will make sense to you. Like everything that happens will you'll go, oh, that actually does make sense. Yeah, no, perfect. Yeah, yeah, and you'll understand, as I often say, why I'm so infuriated with Kris most of the time.
Which is weird because this really only happens when I'm playing with Darcy.
Well, the thing is,
when I play with other people, I take his role more often than anything else. So I actually start going, okay, we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here, we're gonna do that, and then I'm the one that goes in and does it while someone else snipes me in the back of the head. Yeah.
Look, the big thing is, oh, actually, yeah, that does happen.
Yeah, that does happen. I'm aiming for that though.
There's and that's the problem.
It is.
Kris has yet to understand that there's like funny things that happen on accident that when you do on purpose are not funny. And one day he will learn that, and on that day we will finally give him his big boy hat.
Yeah.
Because he is yet to earn it. But like as I always say, like there's a lot of these things. There's like really funny things, and they're really funny because they happen on accident.
Yeah.
And they'll never happen again. And but Kris tries to make them happen by doing them on purpose, which isn't funny. It's just infuriating.
No, it's just a moment of like, I'm gonna do this. I know it's infuriating. I'm aware.
It's not funny. It's not entertaining.
I'm not aiming.
It's just infurious.
Well, there was one thing I did last time. It was a little bit funny.
But yeah, like even in this video, right, guys, I'm at one point I'm just walking along. Kris walks up and shoots a gun at me, and I'm just like, "Did you shoot at me?" He's like, "No." I'm
yeah, I remember that.
I'm like, dude, I was looking directly at you. He's like, I'm like, child. And that's why he earns the little bucks.
Nothing.
No, I told you, you're starting to be charged. I'm charging you for my time.
Oh, that, yeah, fair enough. Negative, yes.
Negatives. Yeah. So that was how I was. Like I said, it's good fun. It's not Illuminati stuff. Illuminati stuff is to come. We literally played it the day the Illuminati came out. I was on top of that one. But of course, it'll probably be like a week or two before you actually see that video, because Christmas, we want Christmas related videos. Unfortunately, fighting aliens in a city is not very Christmassy.
Unless we go back to Futurama.
No, I don't think there's any point that we're fighting aliens in a city was Christmassy.
No, it wasn't really that, but it was definitely Santa hunting people down.
No. So if you want to do that, what you would actually do is play How the Saints Saved Christmas.
Oh, yeah, fair point.
From St. Rose 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we are focusing, because it is Christmas time, unfortunately a lot of the stuff that I would like to get out sooner, I'm like, no, that's taking it back to for Christmas related stuff, because we kind of want to do Christmas related stuff. It's Christmas. We only get to do Christmas related stuff this time of year. If we did it any other time of year, people would think we're insane.
We are, but we don't like to show that.
But yeah, no, Helldivers. It was good fun.
Yeah.
There will be more to come. Stay tuned for that. It's not good.
No.
Moving along.
So, Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
Yes. It was Spyro.
Was Spyro.
I don't know how far you're into that.
I am...
Is this the last game?
This is Spyro 3.
Yeah.
This is Midday Gardens. I can't remember what it's called. I assume it's called Midday Gardens.
Yeah, it would be.
It's the Midday one.
Yeah.
So basically, I am in the second hub world. I don't know. I'd like to say I'm halfway through, but it's hard to kind of tell with this game.
Yeah.
Because some things are bigger than they appear. Like, yeah. But pretty much what happened in this episode was I got blindsided by a boss fight I forgot happened.
Oh, yeah.
I did forget that between every world in Spyro 3 there is a boss fight.
How'd you forget that?
Because I spent more time as a kid playing Spyro 1 and Spyro 2.
Okay, fair enough.
Because they came out when I was younger.
Yeah, okay, yeah, fair point.
When Spyro 3 came out, I was older, I had other things I was doing, sport, all that kind of stuff. So going back and I also had more video games available to me.
True.
So going back and playing video games quite as much, I forgot about. I didn't do. Also, because of Spyro 3 being the way it is, there are some levels that I really liked and I would go back and play through. And there are some bits that I really didn't like that I wouldn't put myself through multiple times.
Okay, fair enough.
And so basically, what I say is that I never played Spyro 3 as much as the others. The game became too big, and as you can probably guess by the name of the title, too much stuff got put into it that should never have been put into it. Basically, what I'm talking about is in this one, I have to do a whole bunch of skateboarding to get eggs and stuff. Which, again, from a standpoint of the whole reason you and Hunter went to this other world to get eggs, him holding on to eggs and only giving them to you when you complete challenges is a real dick move. It doesn't make sense. You're like, Hunter, if you've got an egg, fucking give it to me.
No, see, and the thing is, he's lying to us as well.
Yes.
Because when he does it, he's like, hey, try to beat the high score. Beat the high score. It's like, hey, I found this egg. But no, you're holding it the entire time. Fuck you. That is pretty much how that's going.
Yeah. But anyway, basically, in this Spyro, there is a whole bunch of skateboarding. I believe there's some rocket boarding at some point.
I believe so, yes.
And it's not even that bad, but having to go into the skate park worlds and having gems there is atrocious. Because there are some you can only get if you do things a certain way. So in this one of them happens where you kind of have to wipe out at the right point so you can glide to this place where this gem is, because if you don't, it's incredibly hard to get.
I mean, it is doable on the board, but it's horrible.
I don't think this one is because it's at the top of a ramp, but in a bit. I tried, and it's a circular point thing too, so you don't even come down flat. It's really bad, and I was just like,
fair enough.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. The other thing is like having the eggs connected to challenges. Now you don't have to do the high score one. I did check that. The high scores are not connected to the eggs. That's just for your own fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
No.
But you know, I kind of have this thing, right? And to give you a little insight into it is, I really love video games.
It's true.
To a crazy extent. But what I really love about video games are video games that are simple. So, you know, in a game where you play a little purple dragon, what I really love is playing a game where you're a little purple dragon with all of his, you know, abilities that come with being a dragon. Gliding, breathing fire, stabbing people with your horns. What I don't want is a skateboarding game. Because if I want to play a skateboarding game all about scoring high points and doing mad tricks, I'll play Tony Hawk.
It's true.
Which was massive. When, like, I know it came back a little bit, but you've got to understand, especially if you're not our age and you're much younger than us, like sub 25.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
You would have hit the end of the extreme sport kind of video game thing where it's like, I remember there was a Tony Hawk every year, there was a BMX game every year, snowboarding game every year.
Oh, it was just a shit ton of stuff.
There was so much stuff. Yeah. And so every game was putting in skateboarding, or had some kind of, you know, or connection to a skateboarding game. And so they put it in Spyro. And the thing is, I love skateboarding games. Like, I bought the Tony Hawk's re-release, remaster. You know, we played it together.
We did, yes.
And I love that game so much. Personally, my favorite was Tony Hawk's Underground 2. I fucking love that game. I love being able to get off your fucking skateboard. That was an awesome thing. And like doing a trick, getting to a place, running to another place so you could get to a secret location. Love that. Tony Hawk's Underground 2 was my jam. Doesn't work so well in a game that's not designed around skateboarding, and they're like, oh, well, we'll just fudge some controls into this to do some skateboarding. And it's like,
it's horrid.
So I love
I used to make it fun by using a cheat that turns it into a squid.
In Tony Hawk's?
No, in Spyro.
Oh, okay.
I would turn the board into a squid.
Right.
It's a weird thing, but did it.
There you go. But yeah, no, one of the things that, like, so why I started that is, like, I love it when a game does one thing well.
Yes.
So, like, something that I would really love is I play The Sims. And in The Sims, there's a whole point of it where you send your sim off to work. And because I'm me, I always make my sim a professional athlete.
Of course.
Now, do you know who The Sims is made by?
No, actually, I don't.
EA.
Oh, it is.
Do you know something else EA does?
Well, sport games, yes.
Do you know what sport you play if you become a professional sportsman in The Sims?
Would it be football?
It's soccer.
It's soccer. Okay, fair enough.
So it's soccer. They don't actually.
Technically, my answer wasn't wrong.
No. They don't explicitly tell you it, but if you actually watch anything that's related to the sport and look at the uniform, it's all soccer. You can tell that.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Do you know another game that EA make?
Make a shit ton of games.
They make a very popular game.
Okay. Or is it
It's called
sporting?
FIFA.
Yeah, okay, that's the other one I was going to go with before when I said football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that in The Sims, they could easily put a mini game where you're actually playing soccer
Yeah,
instead of your character just disappearing for like and then speeding up the time. But I wouldn't want that.
No.
Because that would mean that there's a point in the game where they try to fudge two sets of controls together.
Yeah.
Even though FIFA, I think it's called FC now, football club. I think they lost the FIFA branding. Even though FIFA is a fantastic game and I do play it, even though I detest soccer, I would not want that in my Sims.
Fair.
What I would actually do, what I sometimes do, is literally have a sports game playing. My character goes to work, I let it run through until they come home, and I play the sports game.
Okay, yeah, that's actually a smarter way to do it, yeah.
So my sports star can be a baseball player, football player, soccer player,
Basketball player.
Doesn't matter.
Whatever he wants to do.
Whatever I'm doing. And I think that's a really fun way to do it.
Yeah.
That's an incredible way to do it because it's like I get to play a game that is fantastic at that sport.
Yes.
F1 driver if I wanted to be.
Oh shit, yeah, that'd be a good
But
one.
I get to play a game that is so good at that sport because that's all it's doing. And a game where I get to play a life sim. And it's like, cool. And, you know, they don't match up perfectly, obviously. But, you know, it's like, oh, my character's gone off to play sport. Well, now that I don't have to look after them, I'm actually going to play some sport.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the best. I think that's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I think that works well.
So, you know, and then when you've finished playing sports, you go, oh, look, my character's back home, blah, blah. And you got this whole thing of like, that's what they're like on the sports field, that's what they're like in real life. You get this lively little thing. But I would never want the two games jammed together because then you get compromised controls. And nothing pisses me off more than compromised controls.
Wouldn't it be a good thing on one stage that you select what sport they do, but you also have the other game installed? Instead of doing it your way, it just automatically opens that game.
Oh, absolutely.
So that once you've finished one match, Sims.
Are you kidding?
Comes back into skin. That would be fucking great.
I would love that. That would be the epitome of the life sim game in the future.
Yes.
Right? EA take the Sims, you're playing the Sims, it's like, what job are you gonna have? I'm gonna have this job, and then they pull up the game that's that job.
Oh yeah, it'd be fucking
And
great.
it's connected. So it's like when you're playing football, if your character signs a $60 million contract, then you get that funds in the Sims.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be fun.
When you get a sponsorship, you get unlock that stuff in the Sims.
Yeah.
That is kind of the epitome of where live sim games will one day be in the future.
Oh yeah.
Possibly in the world of VR, but most certainly
More than likely. Yeah.
once we have much more powerful gaming. So there's actually a sim coming out soon. I say soon, in the next couple of years, that promises to be more powerful than the Sims.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to playing it. I can't remember what it's called. It's on a piece of paper here. I think it might be called Inzui.
Zooey.
Inzui? Might be that. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to it. It looks good. It looks really good, and it's like got AI powering it and stuff like that.
Okay. Yep.
But as I said, the epitome of a life sim game will one day be when you say you're going to your job, you actually go to a job, and you get to play a game that's a job.
That'd be good.
Until we hit the VR inevitable point where it's like you're playing a life sim game where it's like I'm going to a job, and then you actually just go to that job in the game and you do the job, and it's not fun because you're doing the actual things in a life sim that would be involved in that job, like you're stacking shelves at a grocery store and being like, and this is the greatest game ever.
Oh yes. And just have it set up so that it's like you don't choose what career, it's like you've actually got to apply to it.
Yeah.
Go through the interview, and if you fail, you go back to fucking flipping burgers.
Yeah, exactly. But that's kind of my thing. The reason I brought any of that up is because Spyro is a great, what's the genre? Platformer. It's a great platformer.
Yes, it is. Yes.
It's not a great skateboarding game. And when there's so much of Spyro 3 that's revolving around skateboarding, and I say so much, it's like a couple of levels, but there's quite a few levels, probably like one or two in every hub world, that has these skateboarding parts in it, and the skateboarding controls suck. The way you do tricks suck. The whole skateboarding stuff sucks. I'm glad it's still in there because it was part of the game. I really would have been upset if they'd cut it out.
Yeah.
But I also do wish there was like do you want to just get the egg and skip this part? And I'd be like, yes. Yes, I do. Because as much as Tony Hawk's is a chill, awesome guy, it is all his fault.
Oh yeah, it is. It would be, because that would have come out around about the same time. Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, that's the whole reason there's skateboarding in this game.
Yeah, yeah. Fucking...
Can't forget both of them were Activision.
Oh shit, they were too.
Exactly.
No, I forgot about that.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
really, really, really big important thing I always say about video games is I prefer a video game that does one thing really well and doesn't try and do a billion things poorly.
Yes.
So yeah, and that's you also now know how I play The Sims.
Yes. I wasn't aware of that one.
It's a two screen system, guys. Actually, it's a three screen system
Because the other one has a random video going.
Yeah, exactly.
Which at the moment, I do number 8.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
moving right along, today we have the podcast. Obviously, if you're watching it, hello, welcome, hello. Yeah, and then after this, again, I'm still playing around with these times, guys, but it'll either be tomorrow or later this evening, like probably around that 6-7 o'clock mark, will be the next Minecraft. And what's happening in this Minecraft? Well, it's Christmas time. It's very thrilling.
Oh yeah.
I need some time to myself, so I go back to building my house.
Yeah.
For those of you who haven't seen my house, it is a monstrosity, but I've made a few poor decisions. One of which was putting a farm directly below where I sleep, which was very loud and noisy. So in this one, I moved that farm further down the mountain. Also, kind of, what's the term?
Adjacent?
No. When you just take over something. Pretty much, my plan was
Enveloped the mountain?
Yeah, the mountain. Yeah. There was this. If you've seen our Minecraft, you know the mountain I'm building on was once just a mountain. There's a mine down the bottom end of it. Probably by the time I'm finished building, that mine will connect to my house somehow.
I would doubt that you wouldn't do it.
The whole thing is now that, like, when I first started, there was a cave, and I'm like, I'm going to turn this cave into my house. Then I pretty much mined out half the mountain, and then I have a house there. And now I'm like, oh well, I want to put this extra stuff in my house, so I'm mining out the rest of the mountain. Yeah, now my mountain my mountain home pretty much starts almost at the same level as Kris's now. I think there's still a bit of difference.
Yeah, it would be a bit still.
But like the top of your house and the bottom of my house are almost on the same level, I think.
Yeah.
Which is hilariously funny because when I started building, the bottom of my house was past the top of Kris's the whole piece of land he lives in. Yeah, the mountain that he lives under. And now my house is like, I think we would, after we filmed the Christmas episode of Minecraft, which is needing to be edited, but will all be done before next week starts. We did a run from the farm, which I have finished. I don't finish it in the video because I need to go and get stuff that I don't have. So I stopped and then just went and did the boring stuff. Yeah. But from the farm to the top of my house, I think takes good 2 minutes of us actually running.
Roughly about.
Yeah. So my house is quite long. Yeah. And takes up, as I said, it takes up a whole mountain now. Just about.
It's going to.
Yeah.
And still by the end of it, it's going to be the mountain. There is no one.
By the end of it, it's like everything around. It's going to be like a little patch of grass with Kris's house, and then his swamp out the back, and then everything around it will just be.
You don't have a swamp out the back.
You have a swamp out the back.
It's not a fucking swamp.
And then everything around it will just be my house. It'll be like Kris will have to go through my house to get to his house, and he'll be like, "Why did you build so big?" And I'll be like, "Oh, well, see, I had this plan."
This plan. It was a full idea.
It was crazy though. Like, I think literally building that entire Christmas island, which I was pretty proud of. That was a good island. Yeah, that was a pretty nice Christmas island.
I wish I fell into the snow.
I did forget the fact about the powdered snow. I was supposed to give us leather boots, and I forgot to do that. That was on me.
I realized that.
But yeah,
as you kept telling me to just jump.
Yeah, I forgot how I did that. So anyway, I built that whole Christmas island in less time than it took me to build that farm.
Fuck's sake.
The Christmas island took me 2 hours. The farm took me about 4 hours.
Jesus fucking Christ.
To be fair, it was a lot. Because I did not have to clear out like 15 by 16 by 8 of a mountain.
Yeah, you sort of just built up and then went.
Yeah, I just went. I'm gonna put a block here and build an island, a sky island for me. But yeah, so guys, that's what's coming out later on today or tomorrow. Me building my farm, getting really mad at animals. It is about 3 hours of footage cut down into 45 minutes. That is how much.
Oh, it's that video. Yes.
That's how much
It's
mining
what we were discussing last week. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. No, that was the Christmas. That was building the Christmas island. I cut 2 hours into 45 minutes and went, wow, that was pretty rough. This one I cut even more down.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. So last week when you were saying that was the most edited video of ours, it's no longer the most edited.
No longer the most edited. This one is now the most edited. And let me tell you, there was a lot of points where I cut out where I'm just like counting. There's also points, I don't know if I cut all of like this one point out, but I put dirt down. Then about 3 minutes later I come back, I'm like, why the fuck is there dirt here? What kind of video would have dirt here? Oh wait, that was me. I put that there. I'm the idiot.
I just always assume it's the Enderman.
No, it was me.
Because like every time I go into my house now, there's a piece of dirt there.
Yeah.
It's either you or the Enderman. Except the last one I thought it was you because my door was already open.
Yeah. I definitely took some dirt from your house because when I was building my farm, I was looking for dirt. There's always a block of dirt in Chris's bottom of his house.
The Enderman,
So I ran down there, dug up the dirt block, took it and walked away.
But you'd never take the other one.
I was actually considering it. But
hey, well, you can't.
But then I was like, two dirt blocks isn't really going to make a difference. I need like 64 of them.
Yes.
So I had to go and find dirt elsewhere.
Yeah, and you'll probably, if you've watched it, if you've shown enough of my view, there's permanently a piece of dirt block under my bed. Trying to keep away the dirt man.
But yeah, so practically speaking, my house is, again, its form is taking shape. It's definitely, as I said to Kris when we were doing the Christmas filming, you can now see my house from his house, which used to be difficult because there used to be a mountain in the way.
Yeah.
The mountain's still there. It's just also being incorporated into my house.
You won't see that part in the video. That was just my tour after.
You will see it in the video that comes out later today or tomorrow, because I actually visit Kris's house and I turn around and say, "Hey, look, there's my house."
Oh damn.
But yeah, so that's another thing that's kind of adding. It's, as I said, my house is getting crazily out of hand, but at the same time, I always kind of knew it was going to get out of hand because I was like, I want this, I want this, I want this. Like, I wanted 3 rooms. I haven't even started building those 3 rooms yet.
No.
But I'm like, I need this, and so I do it, and then I have that, and I'm like, okay, well, how am I going to make it look somewhat aesthetically pleasing? Because that's a big thing. I don't, like I say, I need a way to the top of the mountain. I'm not just going to dig a hole and put a ladder up there. No,
that would be stupid. I'm
going to build a giant freaking terrace on the top of my house and then build down from it using fucking stairs.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
It's massive. But guys, that's what's going to be coming out later. I hope you enjoy. Just another chill session of me building my house. If you like it, build your own crazy, stupid construction. Do it in survival mode. Don't do it in creative mode where it would take you like 2 hours to do everything. Yeah, no, do it the slow way.
Of course. Like you waiting for it to be struck by lightning.
Oh, that's just something that's going to happen eventually. I just want my house. I made it.
Well, considering the rain's always around my house, I think you built it as well.
No, there's thunderstorms happening on my house. But
okay, fair enough.
It'd be interesting. Maybe I'll build a giant. Maybe I'll build the tower higher.
Might help. Yeah.
But anyway, that's the Minecraft, and that pretty much wraps up channel news, except for, of course, the subscriber count. I believe we're still at 205.
I believe so.
We're still at 205.
Yeah, I will double check.
I don't think it's changed.
Hey, look, it might have changed in the last 5 minutes. It hasn't. It's still 205.
There we go, 205. So we're still at 205. We've passed the 200 range. Yeah. It's awesome. Loving it. Keeping up the hard work.
Yes.
And as always, guys, if there is anything you want to see us do, give an attempt at, or even just talk about, please let us know in the comment section, and we will endeavor to do it.
Yes.
Nothing is really out of our reach. It's just whether or not, 1, we can be bothered doing it, or 2, it's not Fortnite.
Yeah. It's fair, though.
Or if it, there's been a few times now, just to kind of, again, rip behind the curtains, there's been a few times now we've actually filmed something, and I've been like, no. Yeah. Not a good video. We weren't very good.
We did one the other day, actually.
We did one the other day. It was terrible. It did have a very funny ending that no one would ever have seen or ever get to see, which is me lying on the floor talking to Kris for about an hour.
Wait, you had the camera on too?
No. No, and that's why I said
Oh, you just heard it, yeah.
they would never see it. It wasn't recorded or anything. But that's the only funny thing that really happened in that video was what happened after we filmed it.
Yeah, it was me trying to like listen to him, and so like because he's off in the fucking distance,
Technically, I was lying on the floor.
which is off in the distance.
I was actually there.
Okay, off in the distance.
But yeah, I was lying on the floor because we played a game that has historically, and I don't know why, because it is only.
I
this
really
game,
don't get. It doesn't give. I don't get the issue.
It just makes me feel motion sick, and
Yeah.
it's like it's not even like we haven't played games.
And it has a motion sickness setting as well.
It's terrible.
So apparently, it's a common issue. I just don't have it. Neither does Jaden.
But yeah, no. So we were playing a game that does that. It's very similar to The Room, in reality.
Yeah.
But the video itself wasn't that funny. It wasn't as funny as The Room. I think it wasn't as funny as The Room because The Room makes me infuriated in about 3.5 seconds. The very first time I have to do something in The Room pisses me off with its tediousness. This game doesn't have that. It's not really an issue. So there wasn't even like this like furious anger coming through. It was just things like, okay, have we tried this? Yep. Okay. Did that work? No. Did this work? Oh yeah, that worked. Okay, here we. And so we cut that video. And sometimes we do that. So if you do suggest something, we give it a go. If it's not a very good video, sorry, we'll
probably mention it in the podcast and say, look, it's not going to work. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Moving right along, Chris.
Indeed.
I've written something down here.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, GTA.
Yes.
Starting with GTA. Let's start with GTA because GTA has recently got a new thing in it. There's new stuff in GTA.
There's new stuff in
Online.
GTA. I didn't know that.
Yeah. There's new. I don't remember what it's called, but it looks cool. I want to try it out. But it brings me to GTA Online as a whole.
Yes.
Now, guys, something you may or may not know about me is that I love video games.
We've already stated it in the
I
video.
have 5 or 6 copies of GTA 5.
I don't know the count. I haven't actually gone and looked myself, so I couldn't help it.
I own it on both the Xbox 360
Yes.
and the Xbox Series X. Sorry, Xbox One X.
Yes.
I own it on the PC. I own it on PlayStation. And I think somewhere, I don't remember why, I bought an online-only edition on someone else's PC.
I have 3 copies.
There you go.
PS4, the Xbox, and the PS3.
There you go. Yeah.
That is what I have.
So yeah. So I have many copies of GTA. And I actually bought the PC version.
Yes.
A lot later than the others. Like a lot later.
Yeah.
And here's where my issue with GTA Online comes up. Account transferring.
Oh fuck yeah! No, that was annoying having to do that the first time.
Pointless is the term I like for it.
Yeah.
Because
especially with
the only reason that I can see the way they do it is because they want to make as much money of you buying shark cards off them as possible. There's no other way to do it.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about it recently and I said, I should be able to play my character with everything they have on any system.
Look, especially going forward, especially now with crossplay becoming
Well, it's
bigger.
not even because of crossplay.
Well,
it's
see,
because
it
it's
would
all
make-
connected to my GTA Online account.
Yes.
My Rockstar account.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, okay, so all of my games are connected to Rockstar Online, or Rockstar account, whatever they call it now, I can't remember.
Yeah.
This was done many moons ago. But I was sitting there and I just went, why can't it do a thing where it just says, these are my characters, no matter what system I play on, as long as I'm connected to that Rockstar account, it says, here's your characters, grab them, and they have all the things they have, and they have the money they have. And whenever I do something on that, once I finish doing that and it saves to the system, like it does, because it doesn't save to my system, it saves to their servers.
It does.
Then it saves that, and then next time when I log in on something else, it pulls that character in the state they are in. Not the state, not a transfer state where it's like, oh, I want this character to be on the PC now, so now I've got to transfer. No, why?
Well, considering they only let you do that once, don't they?
Exactly.
That's the worst part about it. So you can transfer once, and then that's it. which is I did from the PS3 to the PS4, so I didn't have to change characters.
Yeah.
And now anytime I go into anything else, I have to make a new character. It's fucking irritating.
But the reason I find that upsetting is because I play a lot of games where it's like you can just log in anywhere.
Yeah.
You don't have to be on the same system to log in, because you log in with an account, and when you're in that account, it's like, oh, here's your account information.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So why can't GTA do that? Why is it that my character, who I've spent many millions of dollars on the Xbox for, why can't I put them on the PC when I want to play with my friends who are playing on PC?
No, it's a fair question.
And it's like, I want to play with my friends on PC. I want to use my character who I have. Can I do that? No.
Well, see, even going forward, it's just going to become a thing of crossplay. So at least hope when 6 comes out, they just go, it's crossplay now.
Yeah, but here's the thing with crossplay, right? Crossplay is you're on PlayStation, I'm on Xbox, we can play together.
Correct.
But if you switch to an Xbox,
oh yeah,
that's crossplay, not cross account.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And that's what I want. I want cross account. Why? Because I bought the game 5 fucking times.
You did.
I just want to be able to play my character on any system that I put it on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be the guy who's like, guys, we'll just crossplay, because it's like sometimes it's easy to just be like, yeah, hang on, the game's here for like $40. I just spent $40.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just put it on my PC and then we can all play on our PC.
Yeah.
You know, what I want is just access to my account, because as I said, I have them all signed into the same Rockstar account.
Yes.
Why can't my character just be like, oh, okay, do you want to play this character you've got? If you do this, it'll use up one of your slots, but it'll bring all of the stuff with them, and we'll just do some... when you go back to playing on the Xbox, it'll just carry on from where you were on the PC.
It'll just be ready to go.
The money will be the same, because if you spend money here, we'll track it here.
Yeah.
If you buy something, we'll make sure it's bought for your account. Why don't we do it that way? Why do we do it system locked? I don't understand that.
It'd only be because, as you stated earlier, they want to make more money, so
Well,
they're
that's
going
the
to keep
only
doing it.
reason I can see it, because if I want my character on the PC to have the stuff that I have now, the only way to do it is to buy it all.
Yeah.
And that means buying shark cards. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I bought 2 or 3 shark cards for my other account.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that
It's
again.
like, the only reason I have...
I just want to play my account.
Well, let's face it, the only reason both of us have multiple consoles...
Because I have lots of friends.
Exactly. And they don't all play on the same fucking system.
No, it's because I have lots of consoles. I have no friends. I have lots of consoles.
He does. He really...
Consoles instead of friends. That's how it rolls.
If you guys can't see this, but he does have friends written on the front of all of them.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
So
There's friends.
let me take you back to a time when I was a child, right? And my parents said, Darcy, you can get an Xbox, or you can go to your friend's birthday party. I said, Xbox, thank you.
Yeah.
And that started a very long trend of me saying, like, oh, I could have friends, or I could get myself a new console.
Ooh.
So I have a new console. And that's why I have 3 Xboxes. I have an original Xbox. I have an Xbox 360.
Yeah.
I have another Xbox 360. I have an Xbox One. I have another Xbox One. I have a PlayStation. I have a PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
I have a Switch.
Yeah.
I have a Wii.
Yeah.
I have many PCs.
Yeah. Whereas I have...
Every opportunity when someone's being like, hey, Darcy, would you like to be my friend? I'm like, that sounds like an excellent opportunity to get a new console. And they go,
exactly.
excuse me? Like,
Goodbye.
no, we're not going to be friends, but
No.
I am getting a new console.
Yes.
Eat your heart out.
Yeah. As far as I've got a PS2, PS4, PS5, an Xbox One S. I've got a Series X on the way, so I almost have that. Obviously have the Switch. I haven't had a Wii in years because I think Jessica took that one. It was a family one.
What a bitch.
It's just like the PS3 was a family one that became mine that I gave to Jessica just before it shit itself. Yeah, it doesn't work anymore.
When you don't have it, you can't count it if it doesn't work.
I didn't say that originally. I said PS2.
Oh, okay.
I
At
have a
least it's
PS2.
At least it's PS3.
No, I have a PS2.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and a laptop. It's not a full PC, but
Yep.
it'll do for now.
But you know what they say,
It will change eventually.
when you get a friend, buy a console instead.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like seriously, that's what I want. I just want And I really hope when they release Grand Theft Auto 6, it will be like that. It'll be like you have an account that you can just... You own the game on an Xbox, play it on the Xbox. You also own the game on the PC. I'm not saying take away the fact that I have to buy the game on every different console. Just make it easier so that when I do buy the game on every single console, I can just use one account. That way I'm never sitting there being like, God damn it, I should be playing this on Xbox. Because that's where all my good stuff is. No, I just want all my good stuff all the time. I'll buy the game fucking 7 times. I'll buy two Xbox copies just because I can.
He's not joking.
Fuck, I'll buy one.
He was, but he's not.
You put out an Xbox 360 version, I'll fucking buy it. Won't work. Xbox 360 could not play that game, but I'll fucking buy it.
I mean, this seems very similar to our conversation the other night when you were telling me not to get a new Elite controller.
Oh.
And then you changed your mind immediately.
I can explain it.
Yeah, no, he's got a good point.
Okay, so guys,
because he turned around. I need before he goes through it.
Let me just show you this. Right, this is my new Elite controller.
Yes.
Now it's falling apart and it's cracked up like shit. See all that cracking? You probably can't see it, but it's there. Chris,
Yeah.
tell them about the cracking.
Oh yeah, there's a bit of crack in there. Jesus Christ.
On that side.
Yeah. Yeah.
So lots of cracking. And
So he was
Chris,
discussing this. He was basically saying, he's like,
No,
look, if he used to
let
buy
me-
another one, it'd basically be the same as buying a new console, which is why he was telling me not to buy it.
So basically, this is my second one. My first one also broke differently, so I had to go and buy a second one because it broke after a year and 6 months.
Yes.
Just 6 months outside of the year warranty that I had on it. So I bought a new one and went, that's okay, I'll get a new one. I've now spent $500 odd Australian on 2 controllers.
Correct, yes.
That are both broken. Yeah. And Chris said, oh, I should get myself a new Elite controller. And I said, I wouldn't, because my experience with them is they be bad.
Yeah, mine's shitting itself as well. I think it's lasted a bit longer, but it's not doing well.
It's lasted a lot longer because you have an Elite 1 controller, not an Elite 2.
Correct, yes.
So basically, right, that's my story with the Elite controller. Now, I wanted to double check the costing that actually, no, I wasn't double checking the costing. I actually said to Chris, if you're going to get a new controller, buy one of the special controllers that are just normal, but they're like brightly colored and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Because like you can even get Elite white and black, red controllers now.
You can, yes.
And so there's the black one. That's, I got this one when the white ones came out, but I wanted the black one because the white ones didn't come with all of the added stuff.
Yeah.
But you can get them now, and I said I wouldn't. My experience with them is they're bad, they're very fragile, they break incredibly quickly, and I wouldn't do it. And so I was looking up other controllers because you can get special edition controllers and all this kind of stuff, and I'm big on that. If you look behind me, you can actually sort of just make out I have both the Halo 5 Guardians controllers there.
Yeah.
Which I don't use. I also have this one here, which is a Gears of War 5 controller, because I like collecting things.
Yes.
But I like collecting things that have like a meaning.
Yeah.
So I was looking up for Chris what kind of controllers he got. I was like, you can get a yellow one, you can get a blue one, you can get a red one, you can get a bright pink one. And as I was looking that up, I came across an Elite 2 that was Master Chief themed. So it's sort of like my Master Chief one over there, except it's an Elite controller.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, hold on, Chris. No, I'm buying. Oh, don't worry. Don't listen to what I'm saying. I'm getting a new Elite controller, this Master Chief one. Then I looked at the price, and it was only a surprisingly affordable $695.
Practically the price of a new fucking console.
But-
No, sorry. The digital edition for the Series X. It's slightly cheaper.
But that would mean that in the past 4 years, I've spent more money on controllers than I have on pretty much any solid piece of equipment in my house.
Yeah.
So,
Indeed it is, yes.
but
Well
I
done
really
with that.
want it. I really want it. And I don't even know if it will last as long. And I definitely use it because, like, thing is, I buy these controllers, I use them. I don't sit them on a shelf and be like, now I have a collectible. No, I'm fucking using it.
Yeah.
God damn, I'm using it. I'm pulling it out every chance I get. I go to people's houses and I'm like, oh yeah, here's my fucking Master Chief John controller. And they're like, oh, I wish I had a controller like that. I'm like, yeah, you should have spent $105 on it. But you didn't. I did.
Then there's the whole idea of what you want to do with controllers anyway.
I do actually want to do that.
Yeah, he wants a wall of controllers so that when you walk in, choose one.
Yeah, so basically one of the goals in my life is to have a bunch of different controllers for my systems.
Yeah.
Have them all like hanging on the wall as a display, but have it as a functional display where they're actually sitting there charging, being charged, so that when people come over and play games with me, it's like, oh, do you have a controller? Take one, and they can take it off the wall and actually play with it. I think that's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
That's something that I love to do. Really, really usable because I mainly do it with Xbox controllers, and Xbox controllers are for PC as well. So it works perfectly for me. But yes, I will say I have been rather disappointed with the Elite 2 controllers, Series 2 controllers specifically. Maybe they're better now, but I find they tend to be a bit weak and just a little bit disappointing. So that's the story on that. But yeah, wrap up the talk on GTA. I really I'm gonna buy like 7 copies of it.
Yeah, no, it's not going to change.
No, I really just wish that I really hope that going further in games, we're going to see this kind of idea of, oh, you have to play it. You have one account for this machine and one account for this machine. I want to see that disappear and just be like, oh, you have an account.
Yeah. That would be fantastic.
And it hurts me even more considering that like PC and Xbox are. That line is blurring every kind of day now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you watched the Game Awards. I know Kris didn't. As I said, if you saw the ads, you'd see like Xbox are now like, oh, your phone, that's an Xbox. Oh, your PC, that's an Xbox. Your laptop, that's an Xbox. There is so little definition between Xbox because you can have your accounts everywhere now.
Yeah.
And it's like, cool. So can I have all of my accounts everywhere?
Please?
I just want to play.
Probably want.
I just want to own your game 7 times, but be able to play the same character no matter what I'm doing.
No, but technically we already have the accounts everywhere. Like the Rockstar account is being used on all of the consoles. They're just not linked.
Exactly.
It's legitimately locked behind a PS symbol or an Xbox symbol or a Microsoft symbol. It doesn't fucking matter. It's locked behind one of them.
I want to be the guy that has all of my stuff set up, ready to go. But then when I travel, I just take a single,
just one
laptop,
yeah,
and bang, I can still access all of my stuff. Is that too much to ask for? I don't think so.
No.
But yeah, that was my little rant about GTA.
Yeah, that's fair.
We have no idea how that's going to go. I got very distracted by controllers in the middle of that.
Yeah, that my bad.
Let me tell you, I will buy that game more than once. I can almost guarantee it. I'm not buying a PlayStation 5. I've said that many times. PlayStation, played yourself. Shouldn't have put all your games on Steam.
It's true. They shouldn't have. Well, not all of their games are on Steam, but
they're all going to Steam.
But not all of them.
But they are.
They are not letting go of Bloodborne.
No, but they're not doing anything with Bloodborne either.
No, they're fucking not. But they're never letting go of it.
They are looking at buying the company that owns FromSoft, which would be terrible because PlayStation made a few stinkers recently. Heard of Concord? That's one of them.
Yeah, I've heard of Concord.
Actually, speaking of games that have disappeared, Kris, have you ever heard of a game called Defiant?
I've heard
by Ubisoft.
I've never played it.
Yeah, but don't bother playing it. It's dead.
Yeah.
It will be going offline next year sometime, midway through next year at the latest.
So if I want to play
I'm glad about
play it now.
No, don't do it.
Oh, okay.
I'm very happy that it's dying.
Okay.
Because I never liked the name. Defiant. I hate it.
Yeah.
And now that it's dying, I never have to speak about it again.
Fair.
I don't have to think about it. I don't have to look at it. I don't have to hear it said. It's dead.
No, I think you're going to mention it one more time.
No.
When it finally gets shut down.
No.
Oh.
And the reason that I hate Defiant so much is, again, the name doesn't make sense. What is X defined of?
Being
the letter Y? The alphabet? The word xylophone?
Or is it saying that I'm just defiant of my ex?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But this whole thing it confuses me. It confuses the shit out of me.
Or is
maybe
it giving us the unknown quantity because it's just X?
Maybe here's a solution for you. Maybe someone in the boardroom who was naming it wrote the word, we should call our game Defiant, and someone walked up and said, no, that's a terrible name. Put a cross next to it, as if don't do this. But then someone else walked in and went, X Defiant, that's our name. Is it supposed to be an X Defiant? Is it supposed to be cross?
Yeah, is it similar to what they do with the Hunter x Hunter?
No, because that's Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, actually, no, it is actually just Hunter x Hunter. When you actually look at all of the names of each of the episodes where they put it at the start, they actually put an X between every word.
Oh, well, there you go.
They do.
But there is no other words in this. It's just
No,
X
yeah.
defiant.
Yeah,
so
I'm aware.
that doesn't work.
No,
You're
doesn't.
wrong.
It,
But yeah, as I said, it's dying. It's going. Ubisoft are having a terrible year, which is not a surprise to anyone if you've seen anything Ubisoft has been doing. Prince of Persia, Forgotten Crown, Missing Crown, the one that has a crown in it.
Yes.
The latest Prince of Persia I heard is actually quite good. I have not played it because I haven't actually played any Ubisoft games this year. Surprise, surprise.
Neither have I.
Actually, I'm trying to think. Have I? I don't think I have. I honestly don't think.
Wait, no, I have once.
I don't even.
I
think
turned
played
one of the Assassin's Creed.
I don't even think I've played any of the old Assassin's Creed, which I actually enjoyed.
I played Assassin's Creed 2.
But anyway, the point is, Ubisoft is in trouble. Exafine is shutting down. Rainbow Six is. We haven't heard anything, but apparently it's not doing as strong as it has, and it's been going strong for a very long time. Like this game came out in 2013.
Siege.
Yeah. And it's still,
It's still going. Yeah.
still puttering along. It's still a great game. I still love playing it.
Yeah.
But I haven't this year. That's
which is weird. You normally play it once a year at least.
Oh no, I did play it this year. That's right. I did some.
Did you record?
That might have been last year.
Oh shit! Fair enough.
I definitely. There are definitely.
No,
videos
I know you
of,
recorded it. Yeah.
There are definitely videos of Siege on the video. I'm actually trying to think. Have I played any Ubisoft games this year? I don't think I have. Maybe we have.
I don't know.
Let us know if we have. If we filmed it,
Well, it may not have been filmed. It might have just been something we've played.
But I'm relatively sure I haven't played anything by them.
Well, as I said, I know I've played Assassin's Creed 2.
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to make that statement because I know I play a lot of old games, and I'm pretty sure one of them could have been in like old school Ubisoft before Ubisoft was Ubisoft that they are now.
Yeah, could have, yeah. But does that really count?
I don't know.
Because they didn't have the Ubisoft name back then?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's a weird one.
Ubisoft is a different company to what it used to be, but they are apparently not in a good way. Apparently, a lot of it stands on Assassin's Creed Shadows.
We'll see how that goes.
I don't think it's going well because, aside from like all of the controversies that it's had, and it's had some controversies. Probably the biggest thing is that the game itself doesn't look good, and as a lot of people online are saying, all of the controversies that people have been up in arms about, the Yusuke shit, all of that kind of nonsense, pale in comparison to the fact that when this game comes out, if it's in any state like it has been shown, they won't even matter because it'll just be a bad game.
True.
And I think that's a really, really, really important fact because
it's a common one these days.
Yeah, Ubisoft haven't really put out a killer game in a long time.
It has been a while.
And I'm kind of sad about that because Ubisoft has some of my favorite game franchises in it.
It's true.
And if they go broke, and so like
games will go with
people have talked about like Assassin's Creed and Rainbow Six Siege having value as titles, like not the Ubisoft library, but just being like buy Rainbow Six off us because it's gangbuster.
Yeah, okay, fair. Yeah.
But my thing is like if Ubisoft go under, we lose things like Splinter Cell.
It's true, yeah.
Splinter Cell is a great game, one of my favorites, and it has not been around in a very long time.
No,
but we could lose it.
True.
So yeah, Exafine going dead. I like the fact that Exafine is dead because I never liked the name of that game. Call it something cooler.
It's the only reason you didn't like it.
Yeah. Honestly, everything else about it is just it's just a fine game. It looks fine.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Not good enough to survive, but fine.
Trying to remember if I actually know what it is.
It's a shooter. And it has it's a shooter. It has a lot of issues with it. Like I would never play it because of those issues, but everything you're looking at it, if you like Call of Duty, you should like this game, except it's bad.
Yeah, that's about all I can say about it. Looks like Call of Duty.
Yeah, it was supposed to just be a shooter. The problem was that it had netcode and issues.
Oh.
And response issues,
Oh.
which is terrible in a first-person shooter, and so it was a bad game. But like in terms of like things like that are bad about it, it wasn't bad in the thing of like, oh, it's bad because of this, it's bad because of that. It was just a bad game. That's not good. But you know, if you just look at it on a box, you'd say, oh, it looks fine. There's nothing here that's like screaming at me, this is bad.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's fun.
This is just an interesting thing, I believe. Moving on to the next interesting thing, because I also know that you did not watch the Game Awards. Witcher 4 has been announced.
Oh yeah, I know about that one. Fuck, I've seen that. I've seen the trailer a couple times.
I'm excited about it. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot to say about it. We only have seen the teaser trailer, really. Yeah. You're playing as Ciri. It'll be interesting to see how that works, because as far as I was aware, she was not a Witcher when we finished with her. I believe so. She was never a Witcher, but apparently she is now. So it'll be interesting to see how they feel in that. But other than that, I have no issue with it. Ciri was always the next logical step. Geralt was getting older. I really hope we do see Geralt, even though we know we're not playing as him.
Yeah, just have him like in the background or something.
Yep, I would love to be able to go visit wherever he's living with Yennefer, or see what's happening there. The one thing I think would be incredibly bad for this game to do would be to kill off Geralt.
Oh, no.
I think if they start with that, then I would be very upset, personally.
Look, it'll probably still be a good game, but...
I don't think the game is going to be bad at all.
No,
I think
it's not.
The Witcher is great. It'll be interesting to see Ciri's powers and stuff she can do. It'll be great to play a Witcher game that's built in the modern era.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Because, let's face it, the last one came out in, like, what, 2013? 2015, maybe, at the latest?
The latest of 2015, yeah. I don't want to say 13, I want to... Maybe 14?
Maybe 14? Maybe we're both wrong and it's actually not that old.
It was... 2015.
2015. There you go.
Yeah.
So 2015, so it's almost been 10 years.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see a new Witcher built in the more powerful things.
Yeah.
It's CD Projekt Red. I don't think they can stuff this up. I know I said the same about Cyberpunk 20...
What? I can't remember what the number was now.
It's 2075, I think.
No, 75 doesn't sound right.
Cyberpunk 2077?
77 sounds more correct.
Anyways.
I knew it was a double number, but I'm like, which
Are you
which
sure
one
it's a
was
double
it?
number? I
pretty
remember
sure.
the board game's like... Oh, sorry, the tabletop game is like 7... Cyberpunk 2055.
Yeah, 2077.
Oh,
Yeah. I just couldn't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
Kept going 9 for some reason. Like, no, it's not
nice.
right. Yeah.
Anyway, I know that they kind of stuffed the start of that up, but that's now a very good game. And I do
Yes,
intend
I
to
did
go
hear
back
that.
and play that. I'm actually...
myself, actually.
I'm planning on sitting down when I don't have anything to do and just playing more of that game, because I do enjoy it. But it would be... I think where they blundered with that one, it would be very, 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 very hard for them to blunder with a Witcher game, because the Cyberpunk was completely offside of what they've done before. The Witcher is what they've done to perfection.
True.
So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see more information on it. I look forward to playing as Ciri. It will be interesting as hell.
That's true, yeah.
I think the one downside is I'm not going to be able to style my beard in this game. Because
Unless you can.
I don't want to see Ciri with a beard.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game. Some of my favorite parts were like when Ciri and Geralt were actually interacting at the end of The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
And like, you know, after you had spent so long looking for her, actually finding her, and then like the fact that she's like, oh, you're an old man, and just like treats you like an old man, you're like, bitch, please. I fucking just fought like 1 billion wars. Killed millions of people.
Oh, of course.
Are you treating me like this? No respect.
I could kill you now.
Exactly. So like, I'm really hoping that that's not gone. That's why I really want Geralt to be in the game, because I still want his... I still want to have him like talking, because for me, The Witcher 3, Geralt just being Geralt is one of my favorite things.
Oh, it's great.
And like him just being like that sort of sass, but like sass on 5 o'clock on a Friday. Like, I don't want to be here, but I am going to sass the shit out of you.
That's right. Yeah, I was trying to think of a fucking way to say it. Yeah, no, that's a good point.
So I don't want that gone. I still want that. And kind of like Vesemir was in The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Like, he berates Geralt for doing things, for being like young and impulsive, even though Geralt is by no means young and impulsive.
Oh, fuck.
I want that from Geralt at Ciri. When she comes back from a monster hunt and she's fucked it up, and him just being like,
What were you fucking thinking?
Absolutely. I need that in my life. But yeah, Witcher 4,
Great.
did not expect it when I saw it. When I saw it, I was excited as all hell.
Oh, same. I saw it and I'm gonna go back and play 3 again.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I did. I went, I'm back to playing 3. And I do that at least once a year. Once a year, I gotta play The Witcher again. And so I start a new game.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to as well.
Could never remember the controls. And then after about like 2 weeks, I stopped playing. And then a year later, I gotta play The Witcher 3 again. I start after 2 weeks.
I do watch it. I'm gonna screw myself over again by not paying attention to shit.
But yeah, I'm so excited for The Witcher 4. That was probably my biggest takeaway from the Game Awards. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it's like, it was just, what was it on? It would have been Monday. I just had it pop up. I'm like, wait, the fuck is this?
That is The Witcher 4.
Huh?
And it looks good.
It does.
Yeah, I can't wait to see some more in-engine stuff. Obviously, that was a cinematic trailer. Things will change.
True.
Yeah,
That's about it for that one.
Cannot wait to play it. I hope they have some good armors like they had for Geralt.
Oh, yeah.
I love that game. Yeah. But guys, I think it's about time to wrap it up. But before we do start wrapping it up, this is something I want to say. I love video games.
Who would have guessed?
Because I love video games, I'm a gamer, and I know all about things like explosive red barrels.
Oh, of course.
And now that we've hit that, let's end this podcast.
That's it.
Guys, we are going to wrap it up here. If you have enjoyed the podcast, please consider liking, sharing, commenting, or subscribing. If you haven't already, it really does mean a lot to us here, doesn't it, Chris?
It does indeed.
Yeah. Come on, if I wanted to hit you, there would have been more force. I was like floppy wrist at the end. But yes, if you have enjoyed it, please consider liking, sharing, commenting, or subscribing. If you want to see more from me and Chris, you can check out the rest of the channel. We have a whole variety of us playing video games, as well as the podcast like this one, where we sit and talk rubbish or whatever else comes to my mind.
That's pretty much it.
It's a show of insanity slowly happening.
Slowly?
Yeah. Each week you can just monitor my slow mental decline.
No, I don't think it's a slow. Well, it is mental decline, but I think you're already insane.
Thank you.
Fuck.
But guys, until next time, I've been Darcy. He has been Chris.
Indeed.
We hope you have enjoyed your time with us, and we will catch you next time right here on the channel.
In 2 weeks.
Well,
For the podcast.
next podcast.
For the podcast will be 2
Yes.
weeks. Yeah.
And on Chris saying that, I will again say thank you for joining us for this year.
Yes.
This is the last podcast of the year. I will be back with a brief channel update next week, because it will be Christmas, and basically Christmas is a time of spending time with the people you like.
Yes.
And so I will be spending none of it with Chris. Guys, we will catch you in the new year in the podcast, but there will still be videos on the channel all the way through. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we will see you in 2025.
Indeed.
See ya.
See ya.